Welcome back, Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we have, as you can see in the title, we're going to do a Billy Joel marathon, and this is sponsored by my good friend and subscriber, of course, of the channel, longtime subscriber, GREYBEARD, but I call him Eric, you know. So yeah, so this thank you so much, Eric, first of all, for supporting the channel, sponsoring the video, always doing your best of choosing what people like, but also what I like, and not just like it's a task, to put these marathons together is a challenge. So everyone who who puts these together and everyone who sponsors videos, I do thank you really much, because it's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna send them like 5 random songs to listen to. This is actually like comes from the heart, and it's something that you really look forward to. Like, I really want to see what they think, or what he thinks in this case. But look what Eric wrote here in the email was, I have to say this was the hardest marathon to compile with so many changes. What he refers to, that this artist has been around for decades and decades. So imagine, like, to narrow it down to 4 songs is a hard task to do. It's like, okay, I want to show like Nirvana, like Alexia's little sister, the best of Pink Floyd. It would take me days if she would say, okay, only play me 4 songs or 5. I would be like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because everything is good. It's like with Steely Dan. But I just love that he said, I put a lot of effort in this one, and it's time to bring some Billy Joel to the channel. Also, that it's his favorite songwriter and composer of all time. That's a statement, so that is just something that I appreciate very much. And I did want to share this on the channel, because it's always cool to be like, hey, this is the artist that inspires me the most. Like, if I would go, like, I would tell Jim Newstead, for example, Alan Holdsworth is my favorite artist, and I'm proud of that, to say that, because that's just the guy that, for me, musically strikes me the most, So, yeah. So, again, Eric, thank you so much for this. So, let's go ahead and give the names, and then let's start. So, today, this is the debut album, 1971. I hope, well, that, I guess that's correct. And this is from Cold Spring Harbor, and this is the song Today, Tomorrow's Today. Then we're gonna do Captain Jack from the album Piano Man. Oh my God, so I do know that Piano Man. I do know Piano Man. I think I've heard it in movies, or maybe just on the radio, because it is such a famous song. Then Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Oh, that sounds nice. I remember going to Italian restaurants in Germany. And then this is from this is the last one is Pressure, and this is from the Nylon Curtain. So check this out. So basically, GREYBEARD here, he had to narrow it down from 71 to 73 to 77 to 82. All these jumps, and just to pick the one that he thinks is also the thing here about, because I see this a lot in like, oh, there's always a better one. And Alexia said it the best the other day. It's like, dude, you're like, there's always going to be a person who thinks there's a better song. Also, you keep in mind, everyone has different musical tastes. Even if we like, Billy Joel, you always your favorite song is the most obscure and underappreciated, underplayed song there exists. Or maybe your favorite song is Piano Man, because it's so famous and everybody loves it. So also keep that in mind when we do these marathons, that everyone has a different taste. So this is GREYBEARD's, right? So I just want to empathize in that, because I just see it so often, and it's unnecessary. I mean, yes, the comment section is free for everyone to comment, but leave something nice, like, hey, great selection. Like, don't be always like, oh, you should have picked this one. Then, do it, pick it, um send me an email, so just like in Greybeard's defense, because he is my friend, and I just see that all the time with others. So I just keep that in mind, everyone. Let's keep an open mind. Let's enjoy the music. And these people, are paying money for these requests. So this is not just like some, oh, I just sent you 4 songs. And so if you want to send a song, if you think you have better selection, send it to me and we'll talk. All right. Okay. So here we go with the list. Tomorrow is Today is the first song. I can't wait. I'm really excited now. I'm really, and I know, what's going on with this microphone? I know that Greybeard has such good taste, and I just did Manfred's Man's Earth. Oh my god! And I honestly, I mean, we do react to a lot of music. I just looked at the list, and we've done over 100 hours of reactions, just music, let alone all the stuff that we say, just the music. So there's a lot of stuff. So I didn't remember I had reacted to Manfred's Man's Earth. It's impossible. I mean, I must be honest, like maybe 30% of the bands that we have reacted to, I don't remember the names. There's too much. We've reacted to over 1,000 songs in such a short time. You can't remember that. If you've been listening to that music all of your life, 30, 40 years, then okay. But I mean, I just remember the big ones, the big, where I was just like taken aback completely, and that's when it makes an impact on your brain too. Sometimes, it's maybe not the best, you do like it, but it's forgettable, like a movie. Sometimes a movie blows you away. Sometimes you watch a movie and you don't even remember the movie after 2 days because it just wasn't as, impactful in your life. All right, so let's get it started. Longest intro ever. I just did an intro also for Michelle before this. There's a lot to say, especially with these two people. And when it comes to Rudy and Greybeard and Michelle, they're really considered to us like I mean, like the founding fathers, because they were there from the beginning, and they've been just involved personally with us so much, and that just creates a very big relationship, and also like support and personal support, personal love, and not just about music, just also like we also do have lives and other things that we face, and sometimes we talk about those things with those three, and they're very special. So I just want to stress that out very much, that they're so loved. But also, I mean, I could just name drop for now for like 30 minutes everybody who's ever been kind to us, but I mean, who you are, because we respond back, and so don't worry. All right. Okay, so now is the time for the music. Let's do Tomorrow is Today by Billy Joel. Here we go. Okay, 1 second. Spotify's having some problems. Sometimes it's when you leave Spotify running for too long, then kind of like it has to reboot, or they upgrade it, or oh yeah, they did a little bit of an upgrade. Let's go to our selection. Here we go. Sorry about that. Here we go.
I've been living for the moment, but I just can't have my way. And I'm afraid to go to sleep, 'cause tomorrow is today. People tell life is sweeter, but I don't hear what they say. Nothing comes to change my life, so tomorrow is today. I don't care to know the hour, 'cause it's passing anyway. I don't have to see tomorrow, 'cause I saw it yesterday. So I listen for an answer, but the feeling seems to stay. And what's the use of always dreaming if tomorrow is today? Oh, still I'm waiting for the morning, but it feels so far away. And you don't need the love I'm giving, so tomorrow is today.
Oh my, I'm going to the river, gonna take a ride, and the Lord will deliver me, make my bed. I'm gonna lie in it if you don't come, I'm sure gonna die in it. Too late, too much giving, I've seen a lot of life and I'm damn sick of living it. I keep hoping that you will
pass my way. And someday, if your dreams are leaving you, I'll still believe in you.
What did just happen? Wow. I can't believe, like, I was like, okay, I've heard Piano Man. I remember his voice is way deeper, and he just pulled this beautiful angelical voice and these amazing lyrics, and these chord progressions are beautifully structured. And he's just like, like, holy crap, how did that happen? He just literally single-handedly, like, invented grunge right there. Like, literally, you know? I mean, maybe not, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, he literally totally changed his voice, made it sound like a different singer. If it's two different singers, then let me know. If I'm like totally lost, this is the beauty about a reaction video, that I have no clue, you know? So I did not expect this voice, but it came and it was awesome. So cool. Yeah, very beautiful song. I love that it's just a piano and a guy, you know, singing lyrics that are from the heart. Is more like poetry. It's beautiful. And then comes this aggressive, like, he's really pounding on the keys, and it's just like right out the bottom. Man, really cool. Really cool, Eric. Awesome.
To know the hour, 'cause it's passing anyway. I don't have to see tomorrow, 'cause I saw it yesterday. Though I'm living and I'm singing, and although my hands still play, soon enough it will all be over, 'cause to
Yeah. You know, that's what I love about you call that in Spanish or I don't know, Latin, matiz. Like the dynamics of a touch, you know, and I love that you can express that so well almost on every instrument. I mean, it depends on the bow on the violin or the attack of the pick or even your striking, even your, you know, legato or the piano. I love how soft you can get and then how intense, like the drum kit, you know. It's like I love when there's dynamics in someone's playing, you know, because it evokes emotion, you know, it evokes very tranquility, and then it goes into like a really hard, you know, intention. You know, I just love when musicians, you know, are able to portray that, you know, and most of them are, of course, you know, with a voice or with an instrument. Beautiful. This was a great song, a great introduction to, you know, Billy Joel. For myself, I mean, I know the man and he's like super famous, but Piano Man is pretty much the song that everybody knows. So this is from the album Piano Man, but it's called Captain Jack. Let's see how much he changed from the 71 album to Piano Man, which is 73. Let's see what he did. Let's go.
Saturday night and you're still hanging around. You're tired of living in your one-horse town. You'd like to find a little hole in the ground for a while. So you go to the village in your tie-dye jeans, and you stare at the junkies and the closet queens. It's like some pornographic magazine, and you smile. The Captain Jack will get you high tonight, take you to your special island. Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh yeah. Your sister's gone out, she's on a date, and you just sit at home and masturbate. Your phone is gonna ring soon, but you just can't wait for that call. So you stand on the corner in your new English clothes, and you look so polished from your hair down to your toes. Oh, but still your fingers gonna pick your nose after all. Yeah. But Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push, you'll be smiling. decide to take a holiday. You got your tape deck and your brand new Chevrolet. Oh, there ain't no place to go anyway. And what for? So you've got everything, oh, but nothing's cool. They just found your father in the swimming pool. And you guess you won't be going back to school anymore. But Captain Jack can get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. La, la. Oh, yeah. So you play your albums and you smoke your pot and you meet your girlfriend in the parking lot.
Oh. I didn't want to do that. I can't even like talk, man. Oh man. Okay. Okay, so well, first of all, the song is like, I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, it's really it's like literally like the life of a lot of people who go through depression, and maybe not as like intense, but there's many things here that hit home like hard, man. Like going through drugs, you know, as a young teen, and man, the one with the dad was like, and and it's just beautiful because the way he plays and just the piano, and then the band kicks in, but you can't really pay a lot of attention because it's not so complex, which is very welcoming to me. So you basically just like focus on the lyrics and the lyrics. So I mean, you can hear it, right? But it's just like unfortunately I had a very difficult life in when we moved from Germany away to Mexico. My parents basically kind of like just said like fuck it, you know. I don't know what happened, you know. I don't know what happened to them, and then I kind of like spiraled out of control. But thankfully I have no traumas or anything, but it's just and nothing really happened to me where I can say I can never forget, you know. There's some stuff, yes, that was like my dad, for example. Like I went to school and they told me, yeah, Nick, you can't come back tomorrow, you know. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, your dad's not gonna pay for your school anymore. And of course he was an alcoholic, and that's why I don't drink. Or at least I haven't had a drink in almost like 18 years. Like I literally just drank from like, maybe I started like at 21 and then I stopped at 24. So thankfully. And because he was a raging alcoholic, and he got into drugs, and it's just very sad. So a lot of stuff in those lyrics are just very real, and very real for other people, and that's why I cried, because that's how all people feel. They have no purpose. They live like their lives and with nothing, and yeah, it's just sad. So I'm sorry for breaking down, and then it sucks, because every time I do a reaction for Eric, is like, yeah, I'm not gonna cry, like, I'm not gonna do that. But I guess he has a knack for, like, yeah, this is gonna hit home for Nick. And it's done with a kind heart. It's like, it's beautiful to cry. It's beautiful to be able to express yourself. It's beautiful to be able to say, I'm not gonna hide what I feel. So I'm loving this song. It's really like, I'm like, I can't wait to play it to Alexia. It's really beautiful. It's just a cautionary tale, It's I love that these lyrics are strong, but they are true, So either way or the other, maybe something that happened in this song might have happened to you. Maybe the part about the father, maybe the part about the magazine, maybe the part about getting high with someone, it all happens. We're all human, and we all make what we think is the best decision, and sometimes there are mistakes, and life is not easy. We're not all sheltered. Sometimes we are over sheltered, which also is bad. But yeah, it was just very difficult to grow up. And then, I found myself, and here I am. I have no problems. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't take any sort of drugs. I'm trying to be as healthy as possible. I have no, like, addictions, I'm not angry at the world. I forgave my parents. It's just, thankfully, I'm lucky to be able to do that. But there's people that hang on to things for their entire lives, and, Okay, I've been rambling on for enough, so let's keep barely at the second song. Okay, but I just, I have to get this stuff on my chest, and it's a reaction video, so if you don't like it, you can go on Spotify and listen to the song. All right, let's go.
Your albums, and you smoke your pot, and you meet your girlfriend in the parking lot. Oh, but still you're aching with the things you haven't got. What went wrong? And if you can't understand why your world is so dead, why you've gotta keep in style and feed your head, well, you're 21 and still your mother makes your bed, and that's too long. Oh, yeah. But Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Well, now Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling.
Wow. What a beautiful song. What a beauty of a song. I mean, it is sad and it is depressive, and yeah, but I know people, they never leave home, and like even when you said you're 21 years old and your mom still makes your bed, it's the reality. It's like, it's sad but true, man. I know a lot of people. Wow. So okay, so I just looked at the song. Just look at the crazy amount of. So Piano Man has 670 million plays on Spotify, compared to this song that we just listened to, 17 million. So there you go. That's why I'm not surprised that I've heard this before, because Piano Man must have been featured in a movie or in somewhere, a commercial, or it's just the greatest hits on the greatest hits albums, and it's just insane. 670 million times against 17 million. So on the same record. So just like to give you like an idea of, that's why people know songs and some. But I must say Captain Jack is a much better song than Piano Man for me. Piano Man, I don't really remember that much, but I know it's more a tale about him being a musician. This was hardcore. Okay, scenes from an Italian restaurant. Here we go. Just don't make me cry again, Eric.
A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. Get a table near the stream in our old familiar place, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red, a bottle of whites. It all depends upon your appetite. I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant. Okay with me these days. Got a good job, I got a good office,
I got a new wife, got a new life, and the family is fine. Oh, lost touch long ago. You lost weight, I did not know. You could ever look so nice after so much time. You remember those days hanging out at the village green? Engineer boots, leather jackets, and tight blue jeans. Sweet romantic teenage nights.
Different style, and I love that. I mean, it's very piano heavy. It reminds me a little bit of Bowie, a little bit of Elton John. because those are the two artists that I used to listen to fairly, not enough, but just reminds me of them. But I love that the whole solo was with an oboe and it's like beautiful, man. Like the whole structure of the song is just crazy good. It's just fantastic. I like the voice that he uses. It's very upbeat and it's good. It sounds like street smart. It's just good. Very good. I love it.
Brenda and Eddie were the popular steadies and the king and the queen of the farm. Riding around with the car top down and the radio on. Nobody looked any finer. Always more of a hit at the Parkway Diner. We never knew we could want more than that out of life. Sure, the Brenda and Eddie would always know how to survive. Oh. Summer of 75, when they decided the marriage would be at the end of July. Everyone said they were crazy. Brenda, you know that you're much too lazy, and Eddie could never afford to live that kind of life. Oh, but there we were waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Oh, oh, oh. Well, they got an apartment with deep park carpets and a couple of paintings from Sears. A big water bed with the bread they saved for a couple of years. But they started to fight when the money got tight, and they just didn't count on the tears. Oh, 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 oh. Rock and roll. They parted the closest of friends. Then the king and the queen went back to the green, but you can never go back there again. Oh, 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 oh. Brenda and Eddie had had it already by the summer of 75. From the height of the low to the end of the show for the rest of their lives. They couldn't go back to the greasers. The best they could do was pick up their pieces. We always knew they would both find a way to get by. Tell you more cause I told you already. And here we are waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Oh, 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 oh.
What I love about this is you can for some reason I can follow the lyrics very, very well, even though there's a bunch of stuff. The bass is going, the piano is going, the drums, but it's not as busy as I thought, and I can still listen. And also Billy Joel, I think, has a very clear way of singing. It doesn't get mushed down. It's like you don't lose. The way he pronounces everything is very clear, so it's very easy to follow the lyrics as well. It's just an observation that I wanted to make, but it's very good. I can see me, I can see Alex and I falling in love with this guy. It's, that even rhymes. There you go.
Oh, 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 oh. bottle reds, ooh, bottle whites. Whatever kind of mood you're in tonight, I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
Oh man. Wow. What a time to be alive, man. In those days, I guess. I mean, we also have our good stuff, you know. Um we have, I mean, it's kind of lame, I guess, compared to you guys when you were young. You know, you had, I always talk about, like, with Alexia, like, oh my god, I remember, you know, when we were kids and we were like outside all day and playing, you know, and we would make up our own stuff and be in the trees and the sand and, you know, playing with our toys, you know, but we didn't have any electronics and it was amazing. And we had so much and that, I guess, applies also to you guys, you know, of this era. It's just amazing, you know, what people miss nowadays, you know. I mean, it's cool to have all this technology and you can call your parents if they're in Alaska and you're like in Hawaii, you know, or on the North Pole, and it's all like very cool. The technology part is kind of cool, but after a while it kind of is not that cool. And I like just the way that we were when I was little. I guess even when Alexia was little, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have computers and all that crap that only distracts, right? And that's why we will never have this kind of music again, because people are way too busy and get distracted of Facebook and Snapchat and TikTok and all that bullshit that you don't need. Literally, you don't need it, because people before that were living thousands of years without it. And then even if you look at videos 100 years ago, people were like, still, there were no street signs. People were just had no direction, and we made it to our destination without a GPS, you know? So sometimes it's cool to live in this era as a young person, you know, but growing up, like, you know, in the 90s was just amazing, because nobody could just call you, you know. Now you're like kind of like a prisoner. You constantly get bothered. Like, what I do with the phone when I come home, I basically just like storage it sometimes. I don't want to be on that thing. That's why we're also not on social media. Just like, I mean, we are on YouTube, which is social media, but I mean, I'm not gonna look at what X person posted. I don't care. I've no desire to see and no desire to know, and what like X person did yesterday and what actor. No, like, honestly, no. So that's just that's why we'll never have this kind of music, because nobody will be that dedicated. It's a rare thing, you know. It's a rare thing. We will still have great albums, but it's not going to be as massive as it was in that time. So, yeah. Just a little rant about today. But yeah, this is the last song, Pressure, from the Nylon Curtain. Let's go. Or a
You're just like everybody else. Pressure. You've only had to run so far, so good. But you will come to a place where the only thing you feel are loaded guns in your face, and you'll have to deal with pressure. You used to call me paranoid. Pressure. But
This totally sounds different. Let's see. Is this the 80s one? Yeah, it has that synthy sound. I love it. I love the 80s. It just sounds a little bit more modern from his other stuff, but that that is a cool ass lick. I love it. I love it. It's so good.
but even you cannot avoid pressure. You turn the tap dance into your crusade. Now here you are with your faith and your Peter Pan advice. You have no scars on your face, and you cannot handle pressure. All grown up and no place to go. Psych 1, psych 2, what do you know? All your life is Channel 13, Sesame Street, what does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. Pressure. Pressure. Don't ask for help, you're all alone. Pressure. You'll have to answer to your own. Pressure. I'm sure you have some cosmic rationale. But here you are in the ninth, 2 men out and 3 men on nowhere to look but inside, where we all respond to pressure. Pressure. All your life is Time magazine. I read it too. What does it mean? Pressure! I'm sure you have some cosmic rationale. But here you are with your faith and your Peter Pan advice. You have no scars on your face, and you cannot handle pressure. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, pressure.
Wow, that song was awesome. Basically, what I was talking about, like all this crap, magazines, and they only make you feel like shit. And do this, do that, wear this, buy that, believe this, don't believe that, and we're always, pretty much like sheep following BS. Now it's even worse. Now it's with, cell phones. Back in the 80s, it was with TV, commercials, magazine. What he was singing about. So, and it all creates a shit ton of pressure, pressure, depression. You don't feel that you're good enough. You don't feel, then look at the net worth of this person. What do I care? Why is this even public? It should not even be public. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio made 40 million this movie. Like, whatever, it's just to make us feel less, and it sucks. But well, he put it differently, but yeah, that's what I think. So this was amazing. Thank you, Eric. This was a great marathon. Great music, great lyrics, evokes great emotions. That lick, that beating, like, I want to learn that now. I don't play piano though, so but eventually, But thank you so much, Eric, for this amazing video, for these tracks. These were, I'm sure it must have cost you, like you said, it must be difficult just to select out of so much, just like 20 minutes of music. But thank you so much, and I hope everybody enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I hope you had a great time. Thank you, Eric. I love you. See you in the next video. Take care.